Happy holidays, everybody, and welcome to a brand new live episode of Strong Style here, coming to you for the first time, I think maybe ever, with Aaron Turner and I on the same coast, going live on the East Coast here with this show. It's a special holiday show. We're not going to do our show on Saturday, so we're going live tonight to have fun with you all, doing a watch-along of Armageddon 2000 Hell in a Cell match, then talking a little Kyle O'Reilly popping up in AEW, joined as always by my brother down there in Orlando. Aaron Turner, you're looking festive. I love it.
Thank you very much. Just came back from the great state of Pennsylvania, the great city of Pittsburgh, the hardworking town of Pittsburgh. Went and saw my Titans play the Steelers. It did not work out like we wanted to, but the people of Pittsburgh, of course, always great, always cool. Like, it's different. Like, you go to Philly, you go to Chicago, you go to some of these other places, and the fans are not kind. Yeah. But Pittsburgh fans are always like, "Hey, hey man, you're from out of town. Let me buy you a beer." I felt like the prettiest girl at the bar. Like, I didn't have to buy beer all day. It was great.
That's great, man. Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit suspicious. I was nervous. You know, I know the Pittsburgh fans are cool, but I also know the Pittsburgh fans love their Steelers. But the fact that you were received with open arms, even though you were full on wearing a Titans jersey and people were buying you beers, shout out to those people for being very respectful. I thought they were going to slide roofies in you, take you for all your money and your clothes and leave you on the side of the road. But no, they took care of you, and they're good people there in Pittsburgh. So shout out to them. And being a closet, well, not closet, but being a Steelers fan myself, it's basically Washington football team, Steelers, then Packers. I got to give some love to the fans there taking care of you. That's a great thing, man. What did you enjoy the whole experience other than buying beers and maybe, the game not going your way, but was it a fun environment? Were people having good conversations?
Yeah, it's not my first time. I've been there, I think it's my fifth time going to a Steeler game, so it's a lot of fun. Heinz Field's a really cool environment if you get a chance. Yeah. It's kind of like the Packers, a lot of local people that turn over season tickets. So it's families that just keep turning over season tickets. It's the same people, the same families. So everybody's pretty tight knit, which is cool. I think if I was wearing a Browns jersey or maybe a Bengals or Ravens, then maybe they'd probably be upset. But Titans, I mean, there was a small contingent of Titan fans, and we all tighten up, brother, give you the fist bump and all that kind of stuff. So,
right.
It was a fun time. All my friends that I grew up with in West Virginia, they're all Steeler fans, so it's kind of you just, they just accept you after a while after you accept them.
So what are you now? 2-2 without Derrick Henry? What's the record right now?
I think 3-2.
3-2 without Derrick Henry. Oh boy, here we go.
You have 9 wins. Calm down.
I'm just saying. Just be careful. Just be careful. Anyway, we're not here to talk about any NFL stuff. We're here to talk about pro wrestling. And as I mentioned, this is a special holiday episode. So we're just going to talk a little Kyle O'Reilly action, then jump into Armageddon 2000 watch along. And of course, it's a live episode. The Streamlabs Super Chats are open. If you want to send some support and send a Christmas gift in terms of monetary compensation here to me or Aaron, please feel free to do so. And we are more than willing to read your comments, questions, thoughts, and comments on the air and give you some love for any donations and support you might send us in as we go along. If you've never subscribed to the channel, I just want to implore you to please subscribe to the channel down below and hit that bell button. I'm trying to cross 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. I'm into the 19,916 range. So I'm 84 subscribers away from crossing that 20,000 mark. So please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe down below and hit that bell button, especially if you're a fan of any content we do here on the channel, entertainment, sports, or pro wrestling. Aaron, let's get into our first, and you see the address, for the Streamlabs above Aaron's head. It's also pinned. It's also in the description of the video. I'm about to pin it to the chat now. Aaron, what happened in AEW? Something me and you had talked about as a possibility finally happened last night.
Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of expected this. There was that report that we kind of talked about last week that NXT was expecting both Kyle O'Reilly and Johnny Gargano to re-sign, which I thought was total bullcrap. That came from Meltzer, so take that with a grain of salt. But Kyle O'Reilly showed up last night on AEW Dynamite to help Adam Cole defeat Orange Cassidy, and here we go. We've got the original Undisputed Era together, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Adam Cole. So, yeah, there they are. I mean, you got the violent artist Kyle O'Reilly, you got Bobby Fish, and now Adam Cole in the mix. But Adam Cole wasn't ready to join with them, so it looks like we're going to string that along for a little bit until we can get the Undisputed Era versus the Elite. Of course, Kenny Omega is nursing some injuries right now, so there's no timetable for his return. I don't know what that lady in the front row is doing, putting the thumbs down. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
So, yeah, I'm really excited. Like, a lot of people on the internet were pissed off because they're like, man, AEW can't do anything. They always copy WWE, like this Undisputed Era just coming right back. Like, what's the big deal? And I'm like, I'll take the Undisputed Era any way I can get it. Like,
right.
In NXT, like, I thought that the run wasn't over. Like, I thought they should have been a main roster group, and I thought they would be killing it on the main roster. But that didn't happen. These guys were the foundation of NXT for so long, especially Adam Cole.
Yeah.
And for him to not re-sign, go to a different company, it was never going to be the same. Like, Bobby Fish was never going to be a top guy in NXT. And it looked like there for a minute that they were kind of grooming Kyle O'Reilly to be that top guy, but he never got that NXT championship. And then when NXT 2.0 started, he didn't fit anymore.
Nope.
So, I mean, honestly, like, what would you rather be doing? Would you rather be hanging out with people that you traveled with and made the most money with, or would you rather be doing jobs to Von Wagner, who looks like a mixture between the Great Khali and Edge? Of course you would not want to do that. So, hell yeah, man. Kyle O'Reilly in AEW fits perfectly. I think he'll do quite well there.
This is the way. This is the circle of professional wrestling. This happened when, how can I say this correctly? Because it wasn't quite the same thing. I was going to say WCW and them taking, but they only took Hall and Nash in their prime. Those were the only two guys that came over in their prime or close to their prime. Kyle O'Reilly can still hang. Bobby Fish was, kind of getting some losses here, but putting on some damn good matches. The one against Punk was great. So certainly bringing them back together now kind of elevates them. This isn't Gallows and Anderson coming to hang out with AJ Styles. This is a different situation here where you can see them coming. They look damn good in that ring. Let's take a look at that picture again. They look absolutely excellent standing there. They look ready to go and fierce, and they bring an edge and a determination. And it was funny watching the Young Bucks come down to the ring, Aaron. All of a sudden, it felt like those guys were surplus to the needs of Adam Cole almost overnight, or 1 minute to the next. It was incredible how all of a sudden the Young Bucks Adam Cole era was over, baby. And now it is whatever they're going to call them, because obviously they can't call them the Undisputed Era, I don't think. So whatever they're going to call them, hopefully they come up with a damn good name that's going to kind of get wrestling fans excited to see these guys again. And look, people, the Undisputed Era had a little bit kind of run its course in NXT. They'd done just about everything you can do, have put on some banger matches, switched personnel, everything you could possibly do. So sometimes going to a new federation, fighting in front of new fans, fighting against new opponents, new foes they've never fought before in the ring, can reinvigorate people's excitement for a faction. So it didn't quite work out with the NWO going to the WWE, mostly because a lot of the wrestlers didn't want a job to them, which was bullshit. But this feels like these guys are coming in at the right time with a chance to really make an impression here and have some fun. And we'll see how long this goes, because Bobby Fish ain't putting a lot of butts in seats, but being part of this crew can help overall. And then eventually, obviously, they're going to set up the Young Bucks going 2-on-2 against who, though? Is it Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, or is it O'Reilly and Adam Cole? So this is going to be exciting to see where this goes, and I hope they play it right.
Yeah, I mean, they've been planting the little seeds, like that little backstage thing that Kenny did when he was like, yeah, man, guys, just hold down the fort while I'm gone. It'll be fine. Adam Cole's like, yeah, we'll hold down the fort. He's like, well, I was really just talking to the Young Bucks. There was that little seed that was planted that we got a little dissension. Then Bobby Fish came in. There was a little more dissension. And then, Kyle O'Reilly's here. Of course, they're going to do that. But look out for a swerve, bro. There's always a swerve. Like, it could swerve them. It could be a double swerve. I don't know.
Why would you but if you're Kyle O'Reilly, Aaron, why would you come over to get double swerved? It would seem weird. Or get swerved, rather. It would seem weird.
I mean, I would just get the hell away from NXT 2.0 if I were Kyle O'Reilly. But
yeah, true.
You're right. Bobby Fish by himself does not put butts in seats. I don't think Kyle O'Reilly, as good as he is by himself, does not put butts in seats. I think that Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish together put butts in seats.
Yeah, right.
So I think this is great. It's just going to take a minute because, like I said, Kenny's out. So we're going to have to watch this play out for a good bit. Hangman's like not with them right now. Cody's not with them right now, so it's kind of like who they put in there. Like Brandon Cutler, probably not. Michael Nakazawa, please no. So like, I don't know. Like Orange Cassidy, like
it seemed like that's what they were setting up with Cassidy, kind of swinging him over here.
Maybe for now we'll get the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy versus the old Undisputed Era. So maybe that's something that we'll get if they want to go that way. So
yeah, Haskell suggesting maybe Undisputedly Elite. That seems like a lot for a wrestling fan to say in their mouth. Senior Nerd says Undisputed Elite or Forever Undisputed. I mean, Forever Undisputed is interesting, but I can't imagine that Undisputed will be any part of their name. Aaron, can you?
I think Era is more likely. So Era, like I call them like the New Era or something, or maybe they can't because of the hat brand. But
right,
something like that. The Elite Era I like the Elite Era. That sounds good. But
Elite Era sounds great. I love that.
But they've got the Elite on lockdown, so that's probably not going to happen. Shout out to Haskell. He reported earlier in the chat that he just contracted COVID. So
Jesus Christ, Haskell.
Sorry to hear that, brother. Honestly, like if you need something sent to you, like obviously I can't come there, but if you need something sent to you, man, hit me up. I'll Amazon you water or whatever you need. I'll get it to you.
Absolutely. And
stay on top of that.
Absolutely, Haskell. And don't forget, like they have resources there in I don't know if you're in New York State or New Jersey, but they have resources there that once you test positive, there are websites you can go to. They will send you care packages. They will send you self-testing or home testing kits. They will send you food. They will take care of you in terms of taking 10 days off of work. There's all kinds of resources here, bro. So explore all of it. I'm sure you have. You're a meticulous son of a bitch. So I'm sure you have looked at everything. Just make sure you turn over every stone to make sure you're taken care of as much as possible by your state there or by the country there in terms of the programs to take care of you, bro. Because it's not something to if you can be here watching us and you can type, you've got the energy to figure that out. Do it before you don't have the energy to figure that out, and it kind of takes you over. My friend Mike Shea, who runs the Outlaw Nation Facebook page, he has COVID this morning. He lost his sense of taste and smell. So it is going to happen. I'm deathly afraid to catch this shit here in Virginia, wild, and I'm so thank God my family's vaccinated. My cousin, my sister, her husband, and their kids are vaccinated. But it's like there's nervousness all around, and we don't want to go to too many locations. So I guess Haskell, take care of yourselves, rest, and be well, and definitely look into it, man. Don't mess around. So.
Yeah, like I said, Haskell, if you need something, like if I can Amazon you something's kind of hard right now for Christmas, but if I can send it to you, just let me know, man. It does not matter. Just let me know.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah. Well, Haskell giving you some real insight there, saying even water tastes like shit when you have this. So that's a shame. That's a damn shame.
My not a good friend of mine, but a friend of mine got COVID, and now her whole family has it, and they had like all these plans for Christmas. Like they're the big family house for Christmas, and now that all got canceled. It's just right. They're all vaccinated, but everybody's got it, and they've got little kids, and it's like fuck, man. Like this shit's no joke. It's no joke.
Yeah, that's for sure. And 2 people at the expo at Schmodown tested positive for that shit. So it's just kind of nervous. It made me nervous as hell because I was there with my mask down half the time. Phil Pieces, Rocha, does Harry Kane have a future wrestling after he smashed Robbo with his finisher last Sunday? Respected the England captain for taking care of business. Woo. Well, no, I mean, he was, he went out there studs up, should have been kicked off the pitch. But, you Tottenham fans like your cheating ways and your cheating players. So enjoy that. We'll enjoy our run to the title while you enjoy trying to stay relevant. How about that, Phil P? Yeah. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about some pro wrestling. Aaron, what else can we expect from this? To wrap up this Kyle O'Reilly story, what do you expect to happen next in AEW with these guys?
Awesomeness. Come on. Like we saw these guys in NXT. We know what they can do. We every time the Undisputed Era came out, eventually, even though they were the bad guys, they were beloved. Top merch sellers. I know some people hate it when I talk about that, but it's true.
Why?
That's that pushes a lot of stuff. It's business.
Oh, hell yeah.
So to have them there, I know like Shawn Michaels is probably like that. Like remember that old commercial with the indigenous man, and they throw the trash on the side of the road, and he's got the one tier. Yeah. That's probably Shawn Michaels in Triple H right now, and I get it because like these were your guys, like these were your foundational pieces. So it's just. Fuck, man. Wow. Like Adam Cole went from like being like the future of the WWE to now being the future of like their rival company, which is really something that I don't think a lot of people are talking about. But
right. Yeah, there's Adrian says, do you think Roderick Strong is going to AEW soon himself to finish the triumvirate or the
That's a
quadruple?
great question. I will say yes, but I will say that he's not going to be a part of the group.
Ooh,
because Roddy was like always a fill-in because Bobby kept getting hurt. Like, of course, I consider Roddy a part of the Undisputed
It's because
Era,
Bobby's old. Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby got hurt a lot, and Roddy was there to pick it up. I don't know if Roddy would want to be in a group at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if it would fit. But I mean, Roderick Strong to me is one of the best wrestlers in the world. Every time I watch him, I get super excited to see him. So I'll watch him anywhere he goes.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So we'll see what happens. Keep tabs on it. And is Gargano the next one to join? And is Ciampa that far behind? It could be very interesting to see them come. Is DIY going to end up taking on the Undisputed or Elite Era, whatever they're going to be called? That could be something down the road in AEW. We shall see. Because no way those two guys fit in NXT 2.0 in any way, shape, or form. So we shall see as this keeps going for sure. So respect to you, Phil P. Feel the same way. All right. Anything else to touch on before we jump into this watch along here, Aaron?
Did you see CM Punk's face paint?
I did not. No. What's up with that?
It's awful. So he and Sting and Darby Allin did a 6-man tag against MJF and FTR. It's really bad, dude. Like, Google it right now. Like, it's bad. Like, a lot of people were like, yeah, this is cool. And then you see it on CM Punk and it's like,
yeah, that is not good. I'm looking at it right now.
Sting's was cool. Like, Sting had the CM Punk kind of stuff going on. I thought that was awesome.
Right. Because Sting knows how to do face paint. It's literally what
he's been doing it for like 40 years.
Give me a break.
So yeah, like, it just doesn't look. But yeah, we can move on from that.
It made CM Punk look old. That shit it makes him look old. It makes him look like out of step. That's not a good look, man. No offense to CM. I love Punk.
Well, the thing about CM Punk is, like, he embraces it. He's not like one of these people that are like, oh, I'm going to color my beard. Like, he's like, I'm fucking gray. I'm just gray. Like, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oof, yeah. I should mention that we were going to do No Holds Barred, like do the No Holds Barred Christmas. So if you're expecting that, I apologize. It's going to be one of those, like, it's going to be like one of those white whales eventually. We're going to do it eventually because me and Rocha have to talk about this film. But I decided, like, we kind of pivoted to Armageddon because, like, Rocha's with his family. We're going to be with our family, so we're kind of trying to keep it a little shorter. But
right on.
You should probably put the link in the chat too.
Oh yeah, good call. But let me read this. The Streamlab here. A couple of them came through here. Hill Nellums, he said, East Coast represent. Thank you, Hill. Appreciate the donation. Great to finally meet you in person a couple of weeks ago, Rocha. Yeah, met Hill Nellums at the Schmodown Expo. It was awesome. So fun to see him. Excited for O'Reilly and AEW. Hoping this means Red Dragon killing it in the tag team division. Elite versus Undisputed is all I want for Christmas. Happy holidays to all. Thanks, Hill. Appreciate it. Yeah, what do you think there, Aaron? Red Dragon in tag team division, is that happening?
For sure. Yeah, and they're going to kill it. Like, O'Reilly and Fish are going to kill it like they always do. So I know a lot of people were like, well, why would Kyle O'Reilly go for being a singles competitor going for the championship in NXT to a tag team wrestler? Because AEW cares about tag team wrestling and they can actually do good shit. So it's like, why wouldn't he?
So salty for the holidays. So salty for the holidays.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, we saw a banger of a tag team match at War Games between Imperium, Von Wagner, and Kyle O'Reilly. So
yeah, it's true.
Right there.
That's true. Right. I'm going to put this in the description of the video.
This is on Facebook as well. So there's no this is a Facebook link. There's no Vimeo or Daily Motion or nefarious links that you have to go to get that. So yeah,
no
so definitely
ads that you have to sit through.
No ads. Stuff. You get a promo from The Rock, and then you get like a video package. So it's like 43 minutes long, so it's not terribly long, but it's a 6-man WWE Championship Hell in a Cell match. Kurt Angle, The Undertaker, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and Rikishi. One of these is not like the other, obviously, but I mean, you're talking about at least, I mean, as good as Rikishi is, he's a Hall of Famer, but it's like 6 of the top or 5 of the tippy top stars in the history of the pro wrestling business going at it in one Hell in a Cell match. So Kurt
And
Angle
that's what
as the
sucks.
champion, which is most interesting to me.
Kurt Angle is a champion, exactly. What's crazy too is like this is the closest we would get to having The Rock, Triple H, and Stone Cold in the ring together in a match. You know, you get tag teams or whatever, but like we never got that triple threat at a main event in a pay-per-view during the Attitude Era for whatever reason, the storylines or injuries and what have you. It's just a shame that we never got it. So enjoy these 6, accomplished wrestlers. Rikishi, for all his, was still at the time, a much revered wrestler that was, people enjoyed his stuff with Scotty 2 Hotty and whatever the other guy's name was.
Grandmaster Sexay.
I'm sorry, Grandmaster Sexay. The late, great Grandmaster Sexay, if I'm right on that, I think.
Yeah, rip.
But heading into this situation, here's the little bit of the background you have on this. At No Mercy, Kurt Angle had won the title from The Rock in a no DQ match. He later retained the title against The Undertaker at Survivor Series. Then again remember Rebellion, WWE Rebellion or WWF Rebellion, in a fatal 4-way match against The Rock, Rikishi, and Stone Cold. So he'd already fought in a multiple man match with 3 of the competitors that are going to be in this match and retained the belt. At the time, Commissioner Mick Foley, Mick Foley was the commissioner and announced on SmackDown that Angle was going to defend the title against us in a 6-man match here at Armageddon. And apparently, Mr. McMahon tried to get everybody to back out, but none of them backed out and set up this match here for Angle to defend the title or lose the title. And a lot of people consider this, as Adrian puts in the chat here, one of the best Hell in the Cell matches ever that didn't star The Undertaker throwing Mick Foley off the top of the cage. So this is exciting to take a look at this one for sure, my man.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. Let's do it. Let's get into it.
All right. Count it down, my brother.
I will count it down. So I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and then play. Then we'll get right into it. 3, 2, 1, play. So you should see The Rock backstage right now.
This is my idol. This is my icon. This is everything I have fashioned the Outlaw after is right there. Oh, the hand in the face. I never had a male person asking me questions of the Makuga, and I always wanted to play these little games with someone. Couldn't do them with Jen Sturgill or Emma Fyfe out of respect, but love The Rock.
Birmingham. I also have a glass of eggnog mixed with maple Jim Beam, and it's really good.
Oh, my God. That's nice. Dude. It's him and Flair and Hogan. No one else.
I got to send you this TikTok of amazing promos. It's crazy.
Yeah? All right. He was so great, man.
He's the best. Now he's taking over Hollywood.
Yep.
I just, honestly hope that Black Adam is good.
I hope so too.
Because after all this time, I'm just like, God, please be good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, he's a successful man. He's making his money on so many arenas, but he's not fully 100% respected as a good actor. There are still those people who are like, oh, he does what he does. He's a movie star, certainly, blah, blah, blah. But people want to see him really do a good job at some point so they can say, hell yeah, it was worth it to follow him through the career. And so you're hoping Black Adam is the one that finally puts him over the top. Not that Zachary Levi as a Shazam is, doing some kind of thespian work, but he's believable. So you hope this approach isn't just The Rock doing The Rock. It's something more. So, yeah.
Oh, I thought Zachary Levi and Shazam was amazing. Him in that Kurt Warner movie, though, that looks awful.
I'm a little nervous about that. How about Kevin James as Sean Payton? Please.
That's insane that's even a thing.
A lot of people coming for Kevin James on that one.
It's ridiculous.
For a number of reasons. Oh, the old school promos. Look at the graphics. This is WWF time too.
Hell yeah,
WWE
dude.
time. Wow, man. This is just as the Attitude Era is on the roller coaster about to go over the top and go down, right?
That's right. WCW this is like their last ditch effort to smash WCW, I believe. I could be wrong, but
this was hairy. Remember, this is when Rikishi hit Stone Cold for The Rock. I did it
for The Rock.
Oh, Foley with the short hair.
And Kurt Angle with hair.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, Rikishi's the odd man out. Oh, Deborah. My Lord, Deborah. Good God almighty. Now, was he trying to take away Foley's ability as a commissioner here because the board had appointed him commissioner at this time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, him and Deborah, I believe, were like co-commissioners at one point.
Oh, right. Oh, the Just Bring It shirt. Loved the Just Bring It shirt.
They have it. I mean, it's on WWE Shop. It's not the original, of course, but it's there.
Oh. Stunner. Oh, my
Vince
God.
McMahon just get a complete ass beating. That's what a lot of fans would like to do to him right now.
You got to give him credit that he was willing to go through all of this, man. I mean, this is the owner of the company, dude. I couldn't throw Christian through a table, for God's sakes. He'd never let that happen. Oh,
thoughts on Undertaker as the American Badass or the Biker Undertaker?
I never liked it. I mean,
take it or leave it.
And in retrospect, it grows even worse because of the Kid Rock connection to it, because he sings a song for it. But like, yeah, it never really worked. I mean, he's so good that it didn't matter, right? That it didn't work 100% because it's Undertaker's so fantastic. But it seemed odd. And it was actually, I think, an actual version of himself in real life. So there was an authenticity to it. But I mean, he's the Undertaker. You don't want to see him as a regular dude. This motherfucker is hanging out with demons in the bottom of hell, So to see him riding a bike and somehow that's a character change. Some people just need to be who they are. Do you know what I'm saying? It never
changed. The same way. Like, it was always the Undertaker, like it was always the same guy. So it worked that way. But yeah, I was just play the hits, man. Play the hits.
Yeah. Your character should be good enough that it can go face or heel and not lose anything. And Undertaker, I get it. You wanted to do something different. But in the end, when he came back to be Undertaker and stayed that way, people loved it.
Yeah, WrestleMania 20.
Right. Thoughts on Hell in a Cell? Is it as great of a match as people have always promoted it to be because of the Undertaker Mankind match?
I think once it got to a certain point, it was not good because like it took away from its uniqueness.
Yes.
Like now it has a pay-per-view after it, which didn't really hurt Money in the Bank. Like it's still exciting.
Right.
That Triple H song. But it's
old school.
It's just not as like it used to be. Hey, like if we're gonna settle like a major feud,
right?
Like we can't do a cage, we'll do Hell in a Cell, and that's a big deal. But now it's like, okay, it's not as good.
I agree. And just remind you all, the Streamlabs Super Chats are still open through the watch along. We're going to keep tabs and seeing if any Streamlabs have been donated. Any Super Chats have come through and read them on the screen. Especially some of you have already said how much you love this match. Let us know what you think of this match or what you thought of what was happening in the match and the lead up or what happens in the match. This is like full on pumped Triple H, man. That's a lot of girth on that man. 260. I need to get in the gym. I don't look like that at 260. That's for sure. Not that I am 260. I'm just saying. Oh, quietly one of my favorites.
And I think next week we should do like a best of. Like, let's get some categories together and like figure out our favorite stuff of the year. I think
2021. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, I like that. That'd be a good way to end it. Let's talk about shit that we liked all year.
Best of fixed matches.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, FCL
things that we like. Best, like maybe rookie of the year or best heel turn, comeback player of the year, MVP, things like that.
Okay.
Basically, Mandy Rose wins all of them. So
Oh,
that's
Jesus.
whatever.
Yeah. If only those could teach her wrestling skills. Then she'd be
God bless her, man. She is doing a triple threat match at New Year's Eve in a couple weeks. God bless her.
God help us all. How many? What's the over under and how many minutes she's going to be out of the ring during the triple
Listen,
threat
brother,
match?
she did the promo in a pool. God bless her, in a bikini, and said, I'll take you both on. I was like, wow, okay.
Oh my God.
So God bless her for doing that.
I did it for The Rock.
Heel Rikishi.
He is the dad or the uncle of Roman Reigns? Who is he? Who is he?
He's the dad of the Usos.
Dad of the Usos.
Reigns'
That's
uncle.
Yeah. Roman Reigns' uncle. What a pedigree,
the famed Anawahi family.
Yes. Is he a cousin of The Rock in any way, shape, or form?
He is a cousin of The Rock.
There you go. That's why he did it for The Rock. He runs his own wrestling school, I think, as well.
That's kind of funny. But I don't hate Rikishi. Like, he just worked the gimmick that worked for him.
Yeah.
But it is worth noting. I mean, he was a part of the Samoan SWAT team. He was a part of the Head Shrinkers. He was Make a Difference Fatu. He was the Sultan. And then ended up with Rikishi, which was the best one. So
nothing says you're not bigger than the other two competitors.
Not coming out last.
The champ coming out in like fourth position. That just tells you exactly where you rank as a title. Even though you just defended the belt on 3 separate pay-per-views, you still are not bigger than The Rock or Stone Cold.
Adrian Bailey says, come on, Aaron. Mandy Rose is the worst champion ever.
Oh, no.
Block?
David Arquette is still alive.
Wait, can you block him?
No,
kick him out of the group?
Block Adrian.
Kick him out? Because that's ridiculous. It's absurd.
That is ridiculous. She's not the worst. She can wrestle. She just can't,
she plays the part she's given, man. And she plays it well. Like, she's the pretty girl, bitchy heel, and she plays it well.
She does. But you can do that and wrestle, though. You know that.
Of course. But
I present to you Dr. Britt Baker. Oh.
Jim Ross just said, listen to Limp Bizkit. Keep rolling, roll. Yeah.
Oh. Dead man walking.
Yeah, this was cool.
Yep.
No motorcycle? Well, I guess you couldn't get around the ring.
I did not like Dead Man Inc. I thought that was a terrible shirt. I kind of like O'Reilly shirt.
I had a Big Evil Undertaker shirt.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah. I was never really a big like Undertaker guy.
Yeah.
Like I always respected him, but he was never like my favorite.
Undertaker's like a pillar. You notice it, it's cool, and you're glad it's there, and you appreciate it all the time. But he's not, no one's, even though Kevin Hart, I saw that interview. That's a cool little interview Kevin Hart did with him in the ice bath thing. He called him called the top 5 wrestlers ever. And I'm like, Kevin, come on now. No offense. For longevity,
you can't
for titles, sure. But yeah. Oh, what The Rock is cooking.
The Rock, of course, not bigger than Stone Cold at this time. The Stone Cold's coming out last.
Yeah. I love the intensity whenever he came out, man. The way he talks to himself coming up to just one of my favorite things ever. Look at that. One of the greats.
I feel like you talk about The Rock the way I talk about Mandy Rose. Like you're just like, wow.
Oh, right. I forgot it wasn't Kid Rock who did. Oh, well, Kid Rock did do the American Badass
song.
He did
right? Later, yeah.
Fred Durst and
but it was Rollin' first.
Rollin', right.
And this is another rare version of that Stone Cold Steve Austin song as sung by Disturbed.
That weird hard rock
only kept
version.
It for a little bit of time.
Yeah, it was not good. The classic one is the best. Happy belated birthday to Steve Austin. Recently celebrated it with a couple of beers in that little video he posted on his Instagram. Pretty cool.
His birthday is the 18th, same as my brother.
The Rock. Oh, shout out to your brother. Happy belated birthday to your brother. I love The Rock retweeting the video and reposting the video on his Instagram out of respect for Stone Cold. Oof. This is insane. So much meat in a cell, man. Oh, cousin to cousin.
I like from watching War Games and like seeing that through the cage. Like cage matches are hard to watch in person.
They are.
I don't know if people realize
in person.
that. If you haven't seen one in person, I don't know if people realize that. But like, we got all these great camera angles inside the cage, but your viewer, like, they have to look through all this metal and shit. You can't really see anything.
I mean, you're going to have the video screens around to just follow what the camera's doing. But yeah, if you wanted to watch just the action in the ring, that is tough to monitor in a cage match, I imagine.
And I catch
Especially
myself
if you don't sit close. Yep.
Sometimes I catch myself at events, and I hate doing this, like watching the Videotron instead of what's going on. I guess it's because I'm used to watching TV, and I hate it when I do that. I catch myself. Right. I'm like, dude, you're at the event. Just watch it.
We got 2080 y'all watching us right now. We had 30 for a little while, so thank you so much for sticking around and hanging out with us through this watch along. Please remember to hit a like on this video, and later share it on your social media. If you're watching us later after we've recorded it live, and a lot of you do, please remember to hit a like and leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of this let me know what you thought of this match and what you thought of the watch along, and also what you thought about the Kyle O'Reilly news. Where do you stand on this whole situation?
AJ Daniels says watching a battle royal is hard to watch in person too. Yeah, I saw the Rumble in 2016. It was kind of hard,
really,
to do that. Yeah, it was kind of hard to keep up. Chris Taylor says, who are going to be the judges for Hangman and Bryan too? I don't know, man. I don't know where they're going to go with that. So
yeah,
catch me later on that one, and then catch me outside. How about that?
Oh boy! All right, calm down. That woman is a millionaire.
She's killing it, man.
She's apparently a rap artist. Less said about that, the better.
No comment.
Oh, these two, bro.
Do you feel like Triple H, like always a bridesmaid, never a bride?
Well, it's hard to get your due when you're at the same time as Stone Cold and The Rock, dude. It's just hard. He would have in any other era, possibly, he is the man. In the Bret Hart era, he would have owned that era. But
he was there, but his character was not.
Right, because this is Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Yeah, exactly.
This character was there.
Probably. But if he's this during the Bret Hart era, that would have been one of the greatest rivalries ever, possibly, if they had been able to set that up in time. Because both such fantastically great technical wrestlers going at each other would have been fantastic. But yeah, no, I mean, that's, like anything else. It's like with Jordan, I mean, Barkley is always the second thought, or anybody else. It was Patrick Ewing, Clyde Drexler, always a second thought, but they were all phenomenal within their respective skill sets and
it's funny
MVPs, but it was always Jordan.
It's funny you bring up Patrick Ewing because I saw this comparison the other day on Facebook. You know how those are great. It was
and so accurate as well. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, exactly. They compared Patrick Ewing's like career stats to Dwight Howard. They're like, who's the better player? Like,
fuck off.
On paper, it's Dwight Howard because of his statistics, but in the context of who Patrick Ewing played against, my God, it's Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, and also
a debate.
And also, Patrick Ewing wasn't the best player on his team with a bunch of scrubs. That guy had a lot of good players on his team at the same time. So he had to sacrifice touches and scores and rebounds and blocks in order to make the whole team system work. And he took his team to the finals against a damn good Rockets team. And I know Dwight Howard took the Magic to the finals, but that was Dwight Howard and the Howardettes. They were not that great. So it's that kind of situation. So fuck that. Plus, he wasn't a clown like Howard is, man. Please.
And you know who's better than both of them? Tim Duncan. Thank you.
Yeah, true. But Tim Duncan is the Undertaker of the NBA. Like, just solid every year, doing his thing, not making too much noise about himself, racking up titles and legendary stats. And yet people don't even talk about him in the same breath as they do Jordan or Barkley or these other guys for whatever, which is insane because Duncan is like, I love that nickname for the big fundamental. Absolutely. He is one of the greatest players to ever play the game, but he's so quiet and unassuming, he never gets the credit he deserves. I'd take him over Shaq. I would take him over Shaq.
I don't know, man. Laker Shaq was pretty fucking dominant.
It was, but he had to play his fat ass into shape through the whole season. Duncan never did that. Duncan always showed up because he respected the game and respected his teammates and didn't expect the team to pick him up or the team to get him into shape. He took care of business.
Chris Taylor says, all right, I'll catch you outside. I'll bring the Taco Bell. Okay, good call. Good call.
Speaking of which, a lot of people talking about the steak and cheese burrito. I have not had the steak and cheese burrito, but a lot of people talking this up on social media. Thoughts, Aaron? Have you had it yet?
No, I don't fucks with it.
Okay.
I'm a dollar menu guy. Like, I just get shit off the dollar menu.
You know what? You can treat yourself a little bit, Aaron.
Dude, I can go to Taco Bell and own that motherfucker for like $13. Like, seriously. Like, if I'm spent $13 at Taco Bell, something's wrong. You get a bean burrito and customize it with anything you want. It's like $1.70. Like,
all right,
I don't
fair
need
point.
Anymore.
Fair point.
My nephew, who just came in from the military, from the Army, came in this weekend, and like the kid doesn't want for anything. He's 18. Right. He's got he's got his own money now, and he's got a PlayStation 5. Like, what else could you want? And he's like, you just get me like gift cards to like Taco Bell. I was like, all right. So I got him like $50 worth of gift cards at Taco Bell. And I'm like, dude, you can own Taco Bell with this. This is like half a year worth of meals right here.
But my sister and I, what's funny?
It's funny because like, oh, look at Triple H bleeding like a stuck pig. But
bleeding.
You would think like in the military, like you're just like, you're in shape, you're doing all the stuff, you'd want like good food. He's like, hell no, I want some Taco Bell.
Of course. Taco Bell is the old stalwart, man. Are you kidding?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
what were you saying about your sister?
Oh, just that we like speaking of gift cards, my sister was like, what do you guys want? And we came up to the same money, like $50 each for a gift card or whatever. I said, why don't we just not give each other gifts? Because you're essentially trading $50 for another $50 and it doesn't make sense at all.
It
and
really
she's like,
doesn't.
using my logic against me. Sounds good. So I just was like, let me spend the money on the kids. I want to buy them stuff. Yeah. So we did that instead. I mean, at this age, bro, and I'm very fortunate that if I want something, I can save for it. I can plan on it and do whatever. And so I'm very lucky. There were years where I couldn't. So for quite some time. So the fact that, so for me, I'm not looking to get presents from my sister or from my family or anything like that. Even my girlfriend and I aren't exchanging presents. I mean, because having someone like her in my life is present enough, dude. So,
it's very
there's no need. There's no need.
I feel the same way. Like I'm lucky enough to not want for anything, and if I do want it, I just get it myself. I just don't. Or like you said, I'll save up for it. Oh, look at this! Oh, backstabbing Rikishi.
What a turn! Damn it, Trip!
It is worth noting that I don't believe this is not an elimination match. This is one and done, one pinfall to win it all.
Yeah.
And I remember playing like this Armageddon Hell in a Cell mode on like WWE 2K.
Yeah. Right.
And it was this would be like a 2-hour match because like nobody would get pinned. Take forever.
Oh, I loved his DDT. His DDT is the best.
Catching up on the chat here.
Yeah.
Adrian Bailey says, have you both seen the 2 out of 3 falls match with Stone Cold and Triple H at No Way Out 2001? Another great match. Probably, but I could not recall it for the life of me.
I remember that match.
Let's see.
We got
Roswalker says, I don't usually eat Taco Bell.
What?
How dare you?
Are you American? Where are you from?
Chris Taylor with a $2 super chat says, most underrated match this year was.
Ooh, good question. I mean, it's not our 2021 wrap up, but that's a good question. Most underrated match this year.
I'll give you one. How about in terms of underrated, like in terms of entertainment, like not like 5-star banger, but underrated match.
Yeah.
Sheamus versus Riddle from this year's WrestleMania.
Oh God.
Pretty good.
Cut it out.
Pretty good. Like it's not Flair Steamboat. It's just good enough. Like, okay,
that's the bar. Flair Steamboat is the bar.
I'm just saying, like, not every match has to be that way. Like, I was entertained by it. I think a lot of people slept on it because it's Sheamus, and I thought it was good.
All right.
I liked it.
I don't know if I can. Hold on, I got to look at some stuff and see if I can come up with one. I think it'll be good. Meltzer has 10. Chris Benoit versus Sean. Oh, this is from the old days. His most underrated matches ever is what he's saying.
Oh.
That's something else.
I saw that some company was releasing Chris Benoit, like his trunks, but in like shorts form.
Ooh.
Why?
Okay.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, good question.
Stop being a fucking jack off about Chris Benoit. Like, listen, we get that he was good. Like, he's a great wrestler. I mean, if he kept wrestling, maybe he would have been an all-timer.
People want to
fucking murdered his whole family, dude.
Yeah.
Like, chill out on Chris Benoit.
I think there is a undercurrent of people who just don't want to be told to not like Chris Benoit. They still respect. Oh, Jesus. What's he coming? Oh, that's right.
You can still like him, but it's like, you can like him as a wrestler, but don't give me this shit like, oh, he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, it's ridiculous.
Right. It's true. It's frustrating because there are just people who want to forgive it, They want to say it was CTE. They want to say he's, being forgotten to the history of wrestling and that it's unfair and other wrestlers did terrible stuff. They'll bring up Snuka with McMahon and all that was talked about in Dark Side of the Ring. They'll do all that nonsense to kind of validate Benoit. And the truth is, just accept it, man. He did terrible shit. He killed his family, killed a fellow professional wrestler, by the way, and as well as his wife. And it's terrible. So that's it. There's no going back. And there's no redemption because he didn't go like, I worked on it and changed my life and did all these things and I'm now helping out. But no, he killed himself. And so that's it. So for me, it's just like, no matter what you throw up there, he did it. And it's unfortunate, but he did it,
Yeah. It is worth noting that Vince said he wants to rip the entire cell down.
Right.
So that's what they're trying
to do. The whole damn cell down.
Yeah, dude, I feel you. It's like, do you put Darren Sharper in the Hall of Fame? No.
Right. Exactly.
You can't.
Yeah.
So
what was Bailey's last match? That's the most underrated match of the year. Whatever Bailey's last match was this year, that's the most underrated.
I think it was with Bianca Belair, probably.
There you go. Most underrated match of the year. Nobody talks about it. Anything with
she
Bailey.
Should be coming back pretty soon, old Bailey.
I hope so. I miss her, man.
Patterson and Briscoe, of course, the Stooges.
Yeah. By the way, played for laughs, but these two guys, legitimately tough guys.
I think Briscoe was a legitimate tough guy. I don't know so much.
You wouldn't
about
say Patterson was a tough guy?
I don't think so, because Briscoe was a shooter. Like, he was an actual wrestler.
That's true.
Pat Patterson was not. I mean, he might have been. I've just never heard. Yeah. I've never heard stories about Pat Patterson like tying someone in a knot. I've heard Briscoe stories, like Jerry Briscoe telling
Briscoe's crazy.
Putting somebody in a knot.
Maybe Pat didn't need to prove it. Maybe Pat was chill because he's like, I could do it. I don't want to waste my time doing it.
I did meet Pat Patterson once at an NXT show, and he's like an awesome guy.
Yeah.
So rest in peace. Sorry.
That's true. R.I.P. for sure.
King and JR, of course, JR going through cancer treatments, so hope JR gets well soon.
This getting old shit sucks, man. You watch people you've enjoyed for years going through their health stuff and just breaks your heart, man. Breaks your goddamn heart.
Well, God, I love it.
Oh, look at the blade. Those are great. By the way, Triple H always, how about underrated trunks? Triple H's trunks were always great. Just great trunks.
I liked his long pants. Like, it took me a long time to get used to him, like, in trunks, because he wore those long pants for so long.
Oh, that's right.
But
For
yeah, I
so
agree
long.
with you. He got some interesting trunks.
Yeah, like, the Rock's trunks were never that great. The
I
Stone Cold's
disagree with
trunks were
that totally.
just black trunks. What? You disagree with that?
Yeah, The Rock had cool trunks. Got the bowl on the back of it. Oh, with the
in the
jib
name.
camera.
So just for shits and just so you guys, that's not a fake car. These aren't fake cars. It's actually metal. They're falling on top of it.
Yeah, they got that from Jerry Briscoe's body shop. I'm not even kidding. That's legit.
That's right. This was a good match. I will say the Rikishi bump was lame, but I know people like it, but I thought it was lame.
No way.
Yeah.
So cool back in the day. You're like, oh my God, that guy's
wow, you're
definitely
falling
dead.
on sawdust. What the fuck? Oh my God. Touch me on my head and see what happens. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
I think his lips are shattered. Oof. Dude, Taker, man.
Sorry, I'm yawning, not because I'm bored, it's because I've had like no sleep.
I'm about to head over to barbecue for dinner. Waiting for our wrap up our watch along and then head on over to the barbecue place here.
Nice.
Haven't seen my lady for 5 hours. I've been recording shows for 5 hours today. This is my life, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't end.
How hard was it for you to wait on the discourse of Spider-Man? Because I saw it and I wanted to just scream from the mountaintops like the second I saw it. So I know it had to be hard for you.
You just get used to it, man. You just get used to it because you're like, and the people who've seen it. And so maybe if you really want to talk about it, you just kind of reach out to them. But for me, I was more just incredibly happy that they cleared the landing, and it was great to tweet about it and then just wait until my friends saw it. And then, I mean, our review was 2.5 hours, man, our spoiler review.
Yeah.
So everything I wanted to say, I got out, and everybody who was part of the review, Laura Kelly and Mike and Shannon, the Geek Buddies, they got it. So to me, it was that it's okay to wait because the payoff is worth it,
Oh, perfectly legal.
Oh, not in the rock balls, not in the jewels.
I think like my favorite part of that whole movie is not like any like sensational part. It's just like this has no context, so I'm gonna say it's not a spoiler, but how are you?
Oh,
trying to do better.
Yeah. Oh my God,
I like that part.
That moment was the moment that made me cry the most, honestly, because of all the history of that and how much I loved that movie and their interaction in that movie. To have that as that broke me, man. Of course, the big thing that happens early in the movie, of course, broke me as well because it was so well set up. I didn't see it coming at all. And then when that person said that line that they say, it decimated me. But then when that moment happened, that was more crying from a place of like just happy that it happened,
Yeah, I truly think it just hit on every boom, 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 hit every mark.
Yeah.
And then Hawkeye limped to the finish line, but we don't have to talk about that. But
dude.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
We just did our Geek Buddies review for that I'm dropping tomorrow morning, and I mean, I was, it's Christmas, so I wasn't going to tear it apart, but certainly I got my points in amongst the fawning from my other two Geek Buddies over that finale, which I don't understand. So, but that being said, Yelena Belova, Kate Bishop, give me that show right fucking now.
Yeah, man. The pew is real.
The pew is like watching Picasso paint, man. She is that natural and that incredible as an actress.
And she seems really fun and not an asshole.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, she's fucking with Zach. She's dating Zach Braff, for God's sakes.
Oh,
oof. That tells you, man. She marches to her own drum beat and doesn't give a fuck what anyone thinks.
The pew.
Oh.
Yeah, man. When I thought I was like, oh, David Harbour will be the best part of Black Widow, and then it was like, no, the pew.
Look at this.
Oh,
Triple H always took those well. He always sold those really well.
Hell yeah, he did. That's a heavy barrel.
Oh,
God damn.
Good God Almighty! Oh, so good at it. I think that's my dad's old Cutlass Sierra.
Smell the pew? I don't know about that. I
don't know about all that.
I know what that means.
Respect the pew, for God's sakes.
I do love the pew, man. Like fighting with my family. Of course, Midsommar is one of my favorites. I don't care what anybody else thinks about it. I fucking love that movie. Yeah. Little Women.
She's great, Little Women. It's Joe March.
Pew crushes, man. She crushes.
Yeah. I said after Little Women, I said she's going to be a multiple Oscar winner. Absolutely. She's only 25, 26 years old. Let that sink in. Were you that good at anything you did at 25, 26 years old? Like one of the best in the world at whatever she's doing?
Ooh. Throwing up after Irish car bombs. Probably best in the world at that. The CM Punk of Irish car bomb throwing it. That was like a thing in my early 20s. It's like, hey, let's do some Irish car bombs. Okay. Nuke my stomach. Haven't seen a lot of Kurt, I feel like, in this match. Like, I feel like I've seen everybody else a lot, but not a lot of Kurt.
I mean, shout out to here's another one. Here's another guy who doesn't get the love and respect he deserves, man.
Oh, part God. Of the same time. I did not like that. These guys.
Oof.
I don't know. I think Kurt Angle's probably properly rated. I think he's.
How dare you?
I think Kurt Angle is, like, to me, top 10 of all.
Did you put him in? You put him in your top 10, right?
I did not, but.
Oh, okay.
But I think that Kurt Angle, in terms of, like, natural ability, like,
dude.
How do you go from amateur wrestling to just figure out professional wrestling like real quick? I don't know how you do that.
I never saw a bad Kurt Angle match from him, right? He's one of those guys, like an actor, right? I never saw a bad performance from that guy. Were the movies all good? No, maybe not, but I never saw a bad performance from him. It's like I never saw a bad match from Kurt Angle. He was always so good.
Him and Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 21 is like never really talked about as like one of the great WrestleMania matches, but it is like, of course, how could it not be, right? With those two, but
exactly. Those two.
It's so good.
Workhorses in the ring, man.
Now we got Stone Cold climbing up.
Gonna get a hell yeah on the cage. I tried to get an Outlaw 316 shirt done before the Schmodown Expo. That was not well received by the patrons of the Outlaw Nation. They did not like it.
Why not?
I don't know. I guess they didn't like what I put in the back. I think I should put "Never Give Up" on the back and then Outlaw 316 on the front. Maybe that would sell.
You can't use John Cena's catchphrase. Sorry.
I'm using Outlaw 316, so I feel like.
Well, you said "Never Give Up." That's John Cena's catchphrase.
That's true, but 316 is Stone Cold's. Oh, really? The Bible's first, obviously.
You're just cribbing everybody.
Well, look, if Dan Murrell could have the NMO, the new Murrell order.
He didn't come up with that.
Yes, he did. They sold shirts that used
the NWO. He didn't come up. He did not come up with that. That was not.
I don't know if he did or not.
He didn't. Just like Josh McCluga had the Wild Man shirt that was in the Hulk Hogan WCW design, and he had no fucking idea what that was, which pissed me off because he took a shit on wrestling, and I fucking hated him ever since for that.
Oh, yeah.
I think he sucks as a person and as a personality. So there's that. I do not like him.
Said. Well, he unfollowed me on social media and never invited me onto his channel. And then he had the two-facedness to actually come up to me at the Schmodown Expo and go, "Yo, bro, haven't seen you for a long time. How are you?" I'm like, you know what? I gave him my hand and then just walked on, man. Because I was like, "You two-faced son of a bitch."
Yeah, his whole gimmick of "I'm afraid of everything," like that gets old, and I just think he's like he's a man child. Like he never grew up.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't want to. I've said I don't want to talk too ill on him because it is what it is. But like, just the whole be kind thing, and here he is being such a jerk to me. And to this day, I have no idea. And I know he's kind of poisoned a little bit of Reilly and Canna as well against me. And I've never understood it because those guys never reach out to me now, never talk to me. And it's just so weird. you know?
It
So
is odd.
who knows
It is
what his
odd how that
issue
works.
with me is, man. I've never understood. He's never told me. When he didn't invite me on GPA at all, not once, and then unfollow me on social media. I'm like, why? What is the reason? You've never told me. So,
Dude, he was going to be the host of Jeopardy. What are you talking about?
yeah.
Complete
Anyway,
joke.
like I said, I don't want to spend too much time. He wouldn't have bought you a beer, I don't think, at the game.
I don't give a fuck.
Fair enough.
He's the Steeler fan I don't like. He would have been the guy that was giving me shit.
Right, probably. Anyway, let's move on from that.
Like I did get a bit of crap from some fans because on the way into the stadium, this person was selling like merchandise, and I was cold. I was cold. I didn't bring a jacket. I had like a hoodie on, and my neck was getting like freezing. So I was like, I'm gonna get a scarf, but the only kind they had was like Steelers. It's like, fuck it, I'll just buy a Steelers scarf and I'll cover it up. And then like some of the fans were just like, why are you wearing a Steelers scarf? Make up your mind. I was like, dude, I'm cold. It's 29 degrees outside.
Yeah. My fandom extends only so far as I can stay warm, for God's sakes.
You guys don't, I said, you guys don't sell Titan scarves? What the fuck?
I think they beat that guy up who was trying to sell Titan scarves. AJ Daniel says, unpopular opinion, I think Kurt Angle is miles better than Bret Hart. Ooh, AJ.
Okay, now you said that just to troll me, and it's Christmas, so I'm not even going to get mad at you for that. But how dare you share a name with the great AJ Styles and say something like that?
He just lit the Christmas Yule log on fire with that comment, bro.
Took a shit on me. But in all honesty, Kurt Angle's just different. He's a different breed. Like I would put him more like Bret also was an amateur wrestler, but of course not to the extent that Kurt Angle was.
Right.
I think Bret is more technically sound than Kurt Angle. But in terms of like, I don't know. I just think Bret's just a bit better than Kurt. I would put Kurt Angle in the same class as Kurt Hennig, like natural ability, duck to water, like makes it look super easy. That's what I would put him in. So I mean, come on, that's both elite class, but
I think I might go there with you on that one. Absolutely.
I just think Bret's a step above.
Look, I've never said Bret can't wrestle or Bret's not a damn good wrestler. It's just his personality wise. I just never got over with me for that. Like, I always respected him as a wrestler, but I never was that excited to see a Bret Hart match. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's a personal preference. It's in no way a judgment on him overall. You know,
my shill account, Aaron World Order says Angle is a lot more creative. I'll give you that. I think Bret's a lot of repetition. So if you watch one Bret Hart match, you've kind of seen it all, depending on if he's wrestling somebody bigger, like with Yoko and with Bam Bam, he kind of had to change his game up.
Right.
But yeah, for the most part, you know, chest in the buckle, elbow off the second rope, Russian leg sweep, sharpshooter, done deal. That's pretty much it. But yeah, you're right. I'll give you that one. Angle was more creative with his arsenal for sure.
But some people like that. They like the standards.
I loved it.
Yeah, they like the hits, man.
Rikishi in trouble here, guys.
Oh.
We know where this is going to go.
I didn't think they were going to do it, to be honest with you.
I mean, you missed that? Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You're hurting. You know it still hurt?
Well, a big guy like that is going to hurt. Oh. But see, he didn't pick him up and throw him. He just fell backwards. That's not. It's almost like the Jericho thing when he fell through an AEW. You're like,
it's not as egregious as that. How dare you? It was awful.
I don't know. I just felt like both things had pads underneath them.
Jericho fell through that metal floor. It was cardboard. Boom.
Look at that. Still, that's a lot of man meat falling. Like, I don't know, 10, 12 feet.
No, it's like 400, 450 pounds. I mean, come on.
Oh, dude, this one always. Where is this rank on the greatest rivalries ever, man? Top 3
in wrestling history?
Yeah, wrestling history.
It's got to be top 3, I'd imagine.
Right? Like what? Ricky and
Flair, Steamboat.
Yeah.
This. I think it might be. I mean, you could make an argument depending on what era, of course. Like, it could be number 1.
Yeah, true.
I think Brett and Sean is up there, of course. The Rock and
Does
Roll in the
Hogan have one?
Midnight.
Does Hogan have one?
Uh,
I don't know. Maybe Piper, maybe, because they did do that rivalries on the
I
WWE documentary on it.
I guess.
Edge, Matt Hardy. Although
Yeah,
that was short-lived.
It was not as good as, not nearly had the legs that this did.
You don't have the classic matches like they do here from multiple WrestleMania main events and what have you.
And it never took Matt Hardy to the top level, you know what I mean?
True.
But like The Rock and Austin, their rivalry took them to the stratosphere. Same with Flair and Steamboat. Like Flair was already a big star, but he made Steamboat like a big star.
Yeah, totally.
And the Rock and Roll, the Midnight, like the Midnight was up and coming, and the Rock and Roll were kind of doing their thing, and they just fucking put the house on fire, dude.
Yeah.
Freebirds and the Von Erichs, I should mention that as well, is another big rivalry.
I mean, you could throw Dusty in the Horseman. Dusty versus the Horseman.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
I mean, if Savage and Hogan could have been if they had even delivered one classic match, and they never did.
That was the smoothest rock bottom I've ever seen.
Yeah, because Angle knows how to sell, man.
Smooth as hell, man. My goodness.
Angle knows what to do. He has such mastery of his body, man.
Adrian Bailey says, I dislike the people's elbow. In practicality, I also dislike it, but in terms of entertainment, I love it.
Yeah.
I also hated the way The Rock did the sharpshooter. Hated it.
Yeah. That's the ugly truth about, like John Cena and his thing too with the can't see me. The greatest finishers are the stunner and the pedigree, for God's sakes.
The best finishers are always the ones you can kind of catch out of nowhere. Like stunner, you
like the RKO.
Out of nowhere. The RKO's great.
Yep.
I like the diamond cutter better.
Oh yeah,
DDP, I like the way that DDP would do it. But yeah, I think that's some of the best one, like a catch finisher, like Shawn Michaels' Sweet Chin music is a catch.
Oh yeah,
catch finisher.
Oh my God,
it's nice.
The Sweet Chin is great.
And Kurt Angle wins.
And he retains the belt. Oh my God, just with a hand on his shoulder, dude.
Something we didn't really mention, like, okay, so you got these 6 guys in there. How many of them are Hall of Famers? Like, or gonna be Hall of Famers? All of them.
Yeah, pretty much all of them.
Like Rikishi and Kurt Angle, Austin are already in the Hall of Fame. Triple H too, if you count DX.
All right.
The Rock, obviously. Undertaker, obviously. So it's like, how many times do you have 6 Hall of Famers in the same match at like they're in their prime?
Right. What do you think Triple H
is
saying?
Was just getting started, dude.
Do you think Triple H is giving him props for an incredible match?
Probably.
Yeah. Because I mean, you don't roll over like that unless you're saying something to the guy.
Probably giving him directions like, "Hey,
man, good call.
Lay here for a minute," and then
good call. Probably is giving directions. Yeah.
You see that a lot when you go to like NXT and stuff. You can see like them giving stage directions, and I think that's always interesting. So I think some people are like, "Oh, it exposes the show." I'm like, it's a fucking television show. You got to tell people.
You know it was fake.
Jesus Christ.
Great ending. Great ending.
So Hell in a Cell, Armageddon 2000. If you watched it on Peacock, you were not on the right thing. You should have got in the link in the thing. But,
is that how it ends? I think that's how it ends.
That's how it ends. That's it.
Hebner just laying the belt on Angle. Here it is when you wake up, kid. Here it is for when you wake up.
You know what's crazy? Sting has wrestled in 4 different decades of wrestling.
Right.
80, 90, 2000. Well, I guess 5. 80, 90, 2000, 2010s, and 2020s. That's pretty wild.
It's pretty incredible. Like the Bobby Hull.
That's hockey?
Wrestling.
It's hockey?
All right. Well, there you go. That's the watch along there of Armageddon 2000. Maybe the greatest 6-man match ever. Doing the collection of talent in the ring at the same time. Maybe not the overall match itself, but certainly the collection of talent. Pretty incredible. But damn good match. And great ending to have Stone Cold stun Angle just as he's about to kind of maybe celebrate. But what a run by Angle to win, to retain that belt, win it at No Mercy, and then retain it over multiple pay-per-views against some incredible wrestlers at the time and matchups at the time. So, they certainly believed in the guy, so kept giving him the W's to put him over like crazy. As you said, he was just starting out as a superstar in the WWE. So, all right. Anything else to say to wrap it up here, Aaron, before we head on out of here?
I would like to, next week for our best of, I would like to put up some polls on Twitter if you guys will indulge me there, and maybe just kind of see where your guys' heads are at with stuff. And of course, Rocha and I can have our own opinions on stuff. So
absolutely.
Kind of essentially like, hey, it's the Strongies, the Strong Style Awards, the Strongies, we'll call it. So we can do something like that. I think that would be fun. A year-end recap, and then we'll get back to news. I know I said I would have some Sammy Guevara news updates with his relationship, but it's gotten weird.
Let's stay away from that, man.
Leave Ty Conti alone. Like,
yes, please.
She deleted her Twitter. Like, just leave it alone.
It's a shame. You don't want to call it the SS Awards? I guess that makes sense. All right, the strong.
No, I don't. I do not.
Strongies is fine. But yeah, we'll come up with something for sure. But thank you all so much for watching this live episode, joining us. This was kind of an impromptu episode. I know you guys had like half an hour notice, so we appreciate it madly that you jumped on. It's just with the holidays and the planning and everything, it's just kind of things are happening as they happen. So we appreciate you all taking the time to hang out with us. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a good holidays, however you're spending it with friends, family, or by yourself. That's your right as well. I hope you're enjoying it however you're choosing it to do it. And if it's getting hard, it's getting tough, take a walk, meditate, listen to music, rewatch a classic wrestling match if it helps you to kind of center you out. Take a little bit of time. It's not selfish to do what you need to do for your own mental health. And we know that's important in life. We know that very well nowadays. So please make sure you do that during the holiday season. Aaron, it's been a blast. We'll be back next week with our kind of wrap up of 2021 as we head into 2022 with Strong Style. Excited for where we're going next with the show in the new year for sure. But I can't thank you enough for taking the time. Love the Santa hat, brother. Where can people find you and everything you got going on?
Find me on Twitter at only Aaron Turner. And guys, if it does get hard, release it.
Good point. Yeah. Right into a sock. It's right. Self-care is important. And Haskell, we're sending you love, and take Aaron up on his offer, or take me up if you need anything. We're always here to help you. So hopefully you get through this COVID situation, bro. I know you've had some health issues in your life recently over the last few years that we've all been aware of. So make sure you take your time, be patient, take care of yourself, reach out to the resources you need to reach out to so you can get the care you need and the help you need free of charge for yourself. So very important, Haskell. We'll send you our love and our thoughts and prayers for your recovery from COVID, my man. Much love to you. Thanks for joining us tonight too, brother. Cool.
Appreciate
all right, you can find me
your strength, Mr. Haskell.
There you go. And you can find me at The Rocha Says on Twitter and on Instagram. As I said before, please remember to hit subscribe on this channel. If you haven't subscribed, trying to cross that 20,000 subscribers mark before the first day of 2022. Help me do that if you haven't done that yet. Also, remember to leave a comment down below. Hit a like on this video. Share it on your social media so people can find out about the Outlaw Nation and everything we do here on the channel. And if you're on Twitch, follow me there. The Outlaw Nation, all one word on Twitch. I might start doing some wrestling watch-alongs on Twitch, which would be a lot of fun. Maybe Aaron can stop by and join me for some of those. Could be a blast for sure. So, all right, take care of yourselves. Be well. Enjoy the Christmas holiday, and we will talk to you next week with another brand new live episode of Strong Style.
Merry Christmas.